my name's Eleanor Milne. I'm an affiliate scientist at Colorado State University, and I'm also an affiliate scientist at WOCAT, which is the World Overview of Conservation Approaches and Technologies. I've been working for the past 26 years on the development of tools and models to estimate the impacts of land use and management on greenhouse gas emissions. And so I was invited here very kindly to this event to talk about different tools for decision support making and also about carbon farming. I think carbon farming, which is in essence farming in a way that increases the amount of carbon in biomass and also in soils, can be seen as something that's a sensible strategy anyway, because if you farm your soils in a way that increases soil organic matter, you're going to increase not only carbon that's stored and climate change mitigation, but also infiltration, nutrient availability. You get a whole basket of benefits. So I would say that carbon farming and rewarding farmers for looking after their soils and doing things properly should be seen as something that's a co-benefit. It can be fit in with a range of different activities. So it's part of the solution, certainly, to climate change mitigation, but it should be seen as a benefit, and it should certainly not be seen as something that should happen at the expense of other ecosystem services. So if people are rewarded for carbon, they should also be cognizant of the fact that what they're doing might impact biodiversity, it might impact water availability, etc. In terms of carbon farming, there are a lot of practices which are already known about and can be implemented. So for example, implementing no tillage, moving from tilling very often to reducing the amount of tillage, or not tilling at all. And as long as this is done in a way where you don't increase your other emissions, so if you move to no-till, this can sometimes result in a problem with weeds. So if you have lots of herbicides and pesticides, then they're going to have greenhouse gas emissions associated with them. So for example, you have to take that into account to make sure you really are sequestering carbon and you have a net overall greenhouse gas reduction. Other practices could be things, for example, like using cover crops. So rather than leaving the soil bare in between crops, you grow another crop which can either be ploughed in or can also be left in situ. And then there's other things like, for example, looking at the way that we manage livestock, not having too many livestock on the land at one point, so you don't degrade your soils and you allow the carbon to build up within grasslands as well. So all of those are sorts of strategies which you could implement within carbon farming.